This is a fictional dramatic moment. What happens when a beloved Hollywood icon finally reaches his limit on live television? What happens when years of silent pressure suddenly burst out in a place nobody expected? Today we are walking right into the moment where Danny Devito completely snapped on The View. And trust me, people had never seen anything like this before. The air was so heavy you could slice it. And what Joy Behar said next made mouths fall open. Make sure you subscribe and drop a comment, because this story has more twists than a pretzel machine running overtime. It was supposed to be another normal TV appearance. Danny Devito came to the show to talk about his new work, expecting normal, friendly questions about his career. The iconic actor, famous for his sharp humor and direct style, sat at the table, coffee cup in hand, ready for what he thought would be an easy, friendly conversation. Joy Behar started the chat like she usually does. So, Danny, you have been in this industry for decades. You have watched the whole town change. She gave that classic half smile. Tell us, what do you think about these younger actors always complaining? Back in your time, people did their jobs. No drama, right? Danny blinked, moving slightly in his chair, his eyebrows lifting a little. Well, Joy, every generation has their struggles. These young actors today face social media, non-stop criticism, and mental health topics that nobody ever spoke about when I was starting. Oh, please, Joy cut in with a quick hand wave. Mental health. Internet pressure, spare me. When I came up, there were no safe spaces. We dealt with real life. Today's kids are soft. The other hosts exchanged careful looks. They felt how the energy in Danny was shifting. His jaw tightened, but he spoke calm. I do not call anxiety and depression being soft, Joy. I think that is actually dangerous thinking. Joy leaned her body forward, her tone dripping with mockery. Danny, please. You are from New Jersey. You understand what real tough looks like. These young Hollywood babies crying about feelings while making millions. It is embarrassing. They should appreciate what they have instead of moaning non-stop. Grateful? Danny's voice carried a new, sharper edge. Joy, success does not protect you from human pain. Some of the most successful people I know have battled the darkest mental illnesses you can imagine. Well, that is exactly the issue, Joy answered, her tone now sharper. Everyone acts like they are a victim. Everyone has some sad story. What happened to taking responsibility? What happened to dealing with your problems instead of dragging the world into them? The audience stayed weirdly quiet, reading the room. Danny's hand squeezed his coffee cup tight. His famous cheerful smile was gone. Personal responsibility, he repeated slowly, voice lowering. You want to talk about personal responsibility? Absolutely, Joy said. These young actors need to stop crying and take control of their happy life. Stop blaming everyone else. Danny set his mug down harder than needed. So when a young actor takes their own life because they could not handle the pressure, that is just lack of personal responsibility? Joy did not even blink. If someone cannot handle the stress of being rich and famous, then maybe they should not have chosen that career. Plenty of people would die for those chances. Her words sat in the room like poison. Danny's face flushed red. His breathing got stronger. The hosts looked trapped, but nobody stepped in. Interesting, Danny said, voice ice cold. So you think mental health is a choice? So depression is weakness? I think people need to toughen up, Joy said confidently. My generation did not do all this emotional hand-holding. We had hard issues. Real issues. Real issues? Danny nodded slowly. Tell me, Joy, what real issues did you fight when you were young in comedy? What was so difficult in your path? Joy lost her rhythm for 1 second, then forced the attitude back. Well, we did not have therapy on every street corner. We did not have support groups for every tiny thing. We had to handle problems alone. Right, Danny said, voice sharpening more. You had to handle issues alone. And how did that turn out for your age group? How many comedy talents from your time battled addiction? How many died too young because they had to solve everything alone? That is different, Joy snapped. Addiction is a sickness. Mental health is just attitude. Danny's eyes went wide. Did you just say mental health is attitude? Did that really come out of your mouth on television? The tension was electric. Cameras zoomed tighter on Danny's face. Joy, blind to the explosion coming, pushed harder. Yes, I said it. Mental health is mindset. If you choose positive thinking and choose gratitude, you will be happy. It is simple. Danny shot up from his seat. The chair screeched across the floor. Everyone jumped. It is that simple, he yelled. Joy, do you understand how clueless you sound? Clueless? Joy's voice climbed. I am clueless for believing in personal responsibility? You are clueless for rejecting real mental health struggles, Danny yelled back. You are clueless for acting like brain illness is a small choice people can fix by smiling. This is dangerous misinformation. Producers behind the cameras were waving madly. But Danny was gone. He was too far. You know what, Joy? Danny said, voice filling the entire studio. I have been in this business over 50 years. I have worked with actors from every age. I have watched bright young stars destroy themselves because they believed the exact thinking you just said out loud, that their suffering was fake, that they were weak. Joy cut in. Danny, you are going too far. Too far? Danny laughed with zero warmth. I am going too far? You just told millions of people that mental health is attitude. You just dismissed every person battling depression or anxiety watching this show. And I am too far? The hosts were frozen. The audience was locked in. Look, Danny, Joy tried again. I am not saying mental health is not real. I am saying people today use it as an excuse. Excuse? Danny exploded. Excuse for what? Being alive? Do you think Robin Williams used depression as excuse? Do you think Philip Seymour Hoffman used addiction as excuse? These were brilliant humans fighting battles you cannot picture. Joy's face reddened. That is not what I meant. I am talking about spoiled young actors who claim victim anytime something small goes wrong. Spoiled? Danny leaned closer. You want to talk about spoiled? You sit here on national television and you use your power to spread harmful ideas about mental health. If that is not spoiled, then what is? I can share my opinion, Joy answered. This is America. You can share your opinion, Danny said, and I can share mine. And my opinion is that your view is not just wrong. It is disgusting. The word disgusting hit like a punch. Joy stared. Excuse me? Did you call my opinion disgusting? I called it correct, Danny said. It is disgusting to dismiss the hurt of mental health. It is disgusting to push stigma that stops people from seeking help. It is disgusting to use your platform this way. Joy stood up now, too. How dare you tell me how to talk on my show? I have been here for years. I do not need an actor telling me my job. Your job? Danny laughed harder. Is your job spreading ignorance? Is your job making mental illness shameful? If so, you are performing excellent. People in the audience were wide-eyed. I am not shaming anyone, Joy insisted. I am just saying people need to be responsible for happiness. And what about people who are doing work? Danny asked. What about those going to therapy, taking medication, fighting hard? Are they not trying enough for you? That is not what I said. That is exactly what you said, Danny shouted. You said mental health is attitude. You said people need to choose positive. You know how dangerous that is? Some viewers might stop treatment because of your words. Joy's voice shook. I never told anyone to stop medication. You didn't need to, Danny said. When you say depression is attitude, what message do you think you gave? The other hosts silently watched like they were stuck. I think you are twisting my words, Joy said. Am I? Danny took out his phone. Should we rewind what you said? Should we replay it for the room? Because everyone heard you, audience members murmured. Joy's face turned deep red. Fine, she said, arms folded. Maybe I could have said things better. But still, too many people use mental health as crutch instead of fighting to improve life. Danny stared at her like he could not believe it. Crutch? You said mental health is crutch. On live TV? Do you hear yourself? I did not call mental health itself a crutch, Joy said fast. I said some people use it as crutch. Who? Danny demanded. Which young actors? Name them. Give examples. Joy opened her mouth, but nothing came out. I am speaking generally. No, you are not. You are making huge accusations with no evidence. The studio went absolutely silent. You know what the real problem is, Joy? Danny said, voice pushing even harder. It is people like you thinking they can judge who deserves compassion. People like you thinking pain must look a certain way to be valid. Joy tried one more defense. I am not judging pain. I am saying some deal with adversity better. And there it is, Danny said. Some people are just stronger. Some are tougher. Some are more human. Do you know how toxic that thinking is? Joy's face was now a deep, dark red. Makeup lines showed stress. I think you are trying to make me look bad. I do not need to, Danny replied. Your own words are doing that. Every sentence you speak digs deeper. The hosts tried to break in. Maybe commercial? No, Danny said, eyes locked on Joy. We finished this. Joy started.